So
You
now we
know?
come back to it. So let's, I mean, you work with what you've got, right?
Hmm.
So we don't have access to famous people,
Yeah.
newsmakers. We talk about we don't have the ability to bring on a YouTuber with us right now who has like a 10 million person audience, right? If
Nah.
you have that, you got to use that, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah, we could potentially try different things. I mean, like we could do deep dives into YouTube creators by choosing people with massive audiences and chronicling how they rose to be there. We could gain more views because you use a person like Mr. Beast in your title. That's naturally going to bring you more views than me using Raymond McDaniel in my title,
Right.
right? You have to be aware of what can grow you. Okay, anybody can grow to a certain degree without knowing anybody famous, right? Like the guy we
Mm.
just looked at. Okay, that's
Yeah.
simplified fitness, right?
Yeah.
He knows none of these people. The people he's
At
talking
all.
about knows not a single one. He just found a bunch of YouTubers out there who have decent audiences that he could critique and give an opinion on, right? And make it seem controversial, right? Inflammatory titles, okay? Unflattering thumbnails, okay? Helps to drive him views, right? The dude's, and and it doesn't hurt that he knows what he's talking about. I mean, if you watch the guy, his knowledge of human anatomy and exercise science is solid. I would venture to guess he may be a PhD in the area. Okay, or at the very least, he's a licensed trainer. Very least, who has a bunch of classes behind him. The very least. Okay, but he's roping in known YouTubers to improve his views, right? And he finally did it with the very last one. Quentin, what's his number? So his average view is somewhere underneath like 30,000.
Hmm.
He has 17 videos out currently over the course of about a year. Okay, but he cracked. So do you have him up on screen?
No, I got to pull them back up.
Yeah, yeah. Pull that back up and look at his most recent one was about The Rock.
What's his name again?
Simplified Fitness. His most recent video, and okay, so I'm going to bring it up on mine. You won't be able to see it on yours, but our audience will. Um, okay, here we go. So this guy here, so simple, 17 videos. His first video has like 1,200 views, or it's either 1,200 or 12,000. Then he's got 97,000 views. Then he's got 6,400, 1,700. So he has videos under 2,000, right? This one has 573. Now finally on the Rock video, he has 866,000 views. Only came out 9 days ago. So that video is gonna probably hit 1 million. Okay, and it's not because of a cumulatively built audience. The video before that, the case, I'll bring it up again for our audience. The video before that, the one about Mike Israetel, the one that we just looked at, only has 8,900 views. Okay, that's 4 weeks ago. The one before that has 18,000 views. The one before that has 21,000. And then he jumps from 8,900 to 866,000. Right? Ask why? It's because it's about The Rock. It's him.
Ah,
It's him accusing The Rock of being on steroids. Right? I mean, those who don't know, The Rock recently had a dramatic amount of weight loss. I mean, a dramatic amount of weight loss.
What?
He lost more than 50 pounds. He lost a crazy amount of weight. He looks so different. Than
Oh, I missed my needle. He would get how many views? He got almost like 1 million views off of this.
Yeah. And his assertion is that you don't go from being that big to being that less big. I don't want to call him small because, dude, The Rock, the size you're looking at, he's still over 200 pounds. Okay, easily over 200 pounds. Okay, just like Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista lost 70 pounds and he's still 240. Okay, but they look, because we're so used to seeing them so massive, at these smaller, more natural looking sizes, they look sickly.
Yeah.
Oh, Raymond, you saw the picture of The Rock. He does look sick. I mean, if you've never seen him before, he'd look fine, right? But we know what he looks like normally. He looks sick.
Yeah.
You would
Way
almost.
better.
I mean, that's the kind of thing where if he suddenly appeared in red carpet that way and just didn't say anything else about it, people would think that he's sick. The people would say he's got cancer or he's got AIDS or something like that. That's how you.
Yeah, he looked old. Like he shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Why?
And
Why he losing this weight?
And look at Bautista. Bautista did the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay? They don't look as robust. And I mean, they don't look as healthy as they did before. If you've never seen them before, you wouldn't think anything of it. Got to admit that, though. They're big guys, right? They're like, they're 6'5" plus. They're 200. Bautista's 240 pounds still. He's massive.
And The Rock looked like somebody's uncle.
He does. He looks like somebody's uncle. He looks super thin, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, his assertion is you don't go from being what he was before to being, even in 5 months, even in a year, you won't drop that much mass.
You don't drop that much mass
unless you were on gear, right? If you're
what?
Gear is what they usually refer to anabolics. They call it gear. Anabolic steroids are called gear. In the industry, we call it gear.
Wait a minute. So you can take a steroid to lose weight?
No. He stopped taking them, and his body dropped the mass. The only thing, the assertion is the only thing giving his body the ability to create and maintain that mass is the extra push from your friend in the needle.
Steroid.
Yeah.
I mean,
dropping.
So should we be happy for him that he stopped taking the steroid?
Well, no, remember. Okay, so this whole steroid thing is there's nothing if you choose, because they're not illegal.
Yeah.
Right?
There's nothing wrong with it.
If you choose to take them, you can choose to take them, right? Because The Rock is like Dwayne Johnson is older than me, I think, or he could be my age, just about my age. He's in his 50s, easy in his 50s, right? People look at him, and they just can't imagine a guy that age being able to maintain that kind of mass
without the
naturally.
steroid.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson has always said that he never took anything. He's always said that he's natural. He's always said that it's his genetics that have allowed him to grow like that into his old age.
We do not believe in no actor.
I mean, whatever it is. I mean,
we are not about to believe no actor right here.
Now, there's other actors who are very open with it. Stallone is very open about his use of human growth hormone and testosterone. He's very open.
Shout out to Stallone.
I love it. I mean, and I don't believe there's anything wrong with it. When you reach a certain age,
I respect the, you know what I'm saying, the honesty about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also I'm not saying I'm disrespecting The Rock. I ain't gonna disrespect The Rock. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, he don't, mind your business. Yeah, you say that.
The reason why some people are making those kinds of videos about Dwayne Johnson right now is because, has Stallone ever positioned himself as a role model?
No.
Yes, people see him as that. I mean, to me, he's a role model because he's an older guy who's still maintaining it. He's still keeping it up. I mean, like that steroids, human growth hormone, steroids, whatever type of enhancement you want to go with, it doesn't do anything for you unless you put in the work. Okay. You can take human growth hormone, you can take testosterone, you can take steroids, you can take all those things, but if you don't put in the work, you're not going to look like. I mean, it doesn't do anything for you except put you in a bad mood. Mm-hmm. Right? It'll make you aggro, but you won't be jacked. I mean, it's like It's like taking Ozempic. See, Ozempic's different. Ozempic, you can take it and not work out, and you can get the result of weight loss because you'll burn the fat because you're not eating, right? But you won't look healthy. You won't gain any physicality. You won't gain any muscle, right? Take steroids, take HGH, and it just gives your body the ability to grow. It doesn't make it grow, right? So you got to still put in the work. You got to hit the gym and be a fiend in there, right? Stallone is almost 80 years old. I think he may be even over 80.
79.
He's 79 years old, dude. And he's got forearms like Popeye. I mean, like, you see him he's putting in the work. And he talks about that. And when he made that First Blood, it's not a reboot, but it's a First Blood movie where he filmed it in Laos or something like that, or he filmed it somewhere in Southeast Asia. He got stopped. I forget if it was in that country or I think passing through Australia. Somewhere he got stopped in an airport with 48 vials of HGH. Okay, 48 vials of human growth hormone. Okay, prescribed to him. Okay, he explained that it's all for him because he's going to a country where he's not sure if he can get it. All right, it's prescribed to him. He's supposed to take it, and so basically his doctor gave him a huge prescription. So this is like 3 months worth, right? It's an amount that is considered like a dealing amount. So, and he went on late night TV. They're talking about that. Yeah, you were arrested in an airport and you were charged with trafficking, blah, blah, blah. Tell us about that. He's like, yeah, it's like, I'm 60 plus years old. In order to look like this, I got to be able to work out like I'm 30. And I can't do that without the help of, and he talks about it, human growth hormone. It lets him work out like he's 30 still. If he takes it and doesn't put in the work, it's not going to do anything for him. And you got to mean, like, he's an actor. I mean, like, he looked great. He looked great in that movie. He still looks good now for his age. Let's take away that qualifier. He still looks good, period.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if at my age right now, I wouldn't mind looking like Stallone. All right? Looks better than me, for sure. Right? Yeah. But he's honest. And he's never put himself out there as a role model for anybody. People look up to him and consider him, but kids don't really. I mean, like, he's not the role model for clean living. He's not that guy who does children's content. Right? When's the last time Stallone was like going to kids' schools and eat your vegetables and then listen to your mom? That's not Stallone. I mean, the dude smokes cigars and he drinks. He's an adult, right? That's the difference between Stallone and Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson does position himself as as a role model type. He talks about the discipline. I mean, he positions himself as being kind of squeaky clean.
Yep, you can't know about him taking this jab. You know what I'm saying? At all.
Yeah, the whole anabolics thing goes against his public image.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, I don't know, man. Because it's just when you start calling Dwayne Johnson, I just still remember when my aunties was like, yeah, he's going to run for president. And she was like, yeah, stop calling him The Rock. I was like, look, he always going to be The Rock, and you better not vote for him. We already saw what happened with this Trump guy. And I think I said something. I was like, The Rock. She was like, Dwayne. I'm like, The Rock.
Yeah, he's taking great pains to become Dwayne Johnson again.
Yeah, The Rock. It's still I just saw it. There's still video games where he's fighting people. He just wait a minute. He was just in the ring less than a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't care. You cannot be the president, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I hope you have fun in your life because you did great acting. You were an amazing wrestler, but you can't be the president, bro. I don't want our president who will come and do the union address, but possibly can go in the ring and chokeslam somebody and give somebody the rock bottom. No. That's just not going to happen.
Will you let him be governor?
No. What is it? The people's elbow? Is that?
Yeah. Come on, man. This is a guy who was known for, it doesn't matter what you know what I'm saying? He used to do that. It is like,
Actually,
oh
though, I wouldn't mind him getting up there and doing his whole battle cry thing and asking if you could smell what the president's cooking.
man, nah. That's where I put my hoof down. No,
And
I'm tired of this.
And and actually, in that vein, I think that Triple H would make. He's actually a Triple H. Not only plays a character in WWE, but he actually runs a big.
He runs the WWE. I know.
He's a true executive there. I mean, and he's not just there for show, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could see The Rock as running for president with Triple H as his VP candidate.
Man, that's when it.
Okay, so think about this. You guys know, I don't know if you know this, but I think she's Secretary of Education.
Whoa.
The Secretary of Education is Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon is the wife of Vince McMahon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never mention that. They always talk about Secretary of Education Linda McMahon, right?
Yeah.
She's been a Trump friend and supporter forever, right? Linda McMahon is Vince McMahon's wife.
Yep. I remember she was on the show too.
That's where her billions come from the WWE empire.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but I guess she just keeping the name because she ain't with Vince no more.
Yeah. But she's known by it. But imagine that, dude. WWE is already in the government.
Yeah, I mean,
you would let the governor though, Raymond?
Could you?
Jesse the Body was governor of Minnesota.
He was guess what? Look what happened with that. I'm not.
Well, no,
dealing.
what did happen with that? I mean, did he do poorly or did he just fade away?
I think he just faded away. When it comes to entertainers being figures, right? Like we already got this Trump going on. And I'm not going to talk. I'm not no Trump basher. I think it's the most entertaining thing ever.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Okay, Trump is not the first entertainer to be in office.
No, we had Ronald Reagan and we got Reaganomics.
Yeah, but you had Arnold as a governor too.
And it was horrible.
Terrible.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I want real politicians, or at least somebody who's known for doing something for the community. Like these people, like they're rich people that have never done anything. They don't experience poor people. Like that's why
but now here's the problem.
More.
The problem is the flip side. Okay, so we do have people from the communities in office, and they all suck, right? Okay,
yeah.
So the most
too.
the rags to riches story, from the obscurity to Congress, I believe it is. Okay, AOC, Ocasio-Cortez. What's her first name? If she goes by AOC, okay.
Alexandria
Ocasio-Cortez has no previous background in politics. In fact, she was essentially I believe she was a bartender or a waiter, from Red Hook. So she comes from zero money, right? So she wins. She campaigns in a grassroots campaign. She's one of the people. That is putting somebody on the ground in charge, right?
Yeah.
Now, she's the opposite of Trump. Okay. She is a poor person. She's a poor regular American, right? Who connects to people on the progressive side of things. Now, crazy enough, Americans feel a kinship with Trump. They feel connected to him. They feel like he's one of them, right?
Yeah.
Because of the way he acts.
That's what actors do.
Well, the thing is, because of the things he likes, the way that he just approaches things, right? He's more like the rest of America than anybody else because and it's something that one of the creators brought up today. I saw a video by what's his name, by the Quartering. Basically, he talks about Trump and he's talking about Trump's battles with Jimmy Kimmel right now, and basically he's like, man, Trump should stop talking about it because he's just giving that guy fuel for his fire. He just ignore it. But then he says this. He says that, but he knows that Trump can't let it go because Trump is petty, right?
Trump is petty, but then
But the thing is this, and this is what the quartering says, but Trump is petty, and that's part of the reason why people like him, because they see themselves in him. I mean, like the average American, when we talk about the average American, we're going to lose a bunch of people in the sub base now because we're going to insult everybody. The average American is not all that bright.
It's not all that bright, and they're not all that forgiving.
Okay.
These are not people with a lot of morals.
Yeah, because this is average. I mean, like, average. You get, I mean, like, average is what's in the middle, right? You get like you get on the side of like barely able to function, right? That's one side of the spectrum. The other side of the spectrum is like Elon Musk. I mean, like really super bright and super wealthy, and then you get somebody who's like on government assistance, can't tie their shoes, right? That's the two sides of things, right? What's in the middle is average, right? Like think about going to high school. Anybody at any age, my age, Raymond's age, somebody who's 25 years old right now. Okay. Look at all the kids who went there. There's a bunch of people who stood out because they were bright, and a bunch of people who stood out because they were idiots. And then there was everybody else, right? And the average people in the middle, I mean, like they got mediocre SAT, if they even give them any money, they would get mediocre SAT scores. They're just average, right? They're going to be, just like Raymond said, they're going to be petty. They're going to, what else do you say about them? They mean, like, pettiness is
unforgiving.
Yeah. It's par for the course, right?
Yep.
We all have an aunt or an uncle or a relative or a friend, or maybe even ourselves, who, like, they'll do things that hurt them to spite other people.
I get it.
Right? They can't get over something, so they do something that's definitely bad for them. I had a business partner a long, long time ago, and she would make really rash decisions. She would make really quick, rash decisions based on how she was feeling in that moment, that she would almost immediately regret, but never go back on them because she committed to it already.
Yep. I know people like that too.
Right? And she had money. She had enough money to make bad decisions with it. Right? And I knew that, if I was, and this is one of the several businesses I had at the time, if I was with her in a business dealing, I had to back her. I mean, like, it's like being in a biker gang or any gang, right?
Nope.
I got to back her play. If she says something and she's moving forward because she's coming with the capital, I have to be 100%. Even if what she's doing is completely wrong. If I don't
you wrong
her,
too. And afterwards, that's when you tell her she's wrong.
Yeah. And basically, we're doing something that's bad. And because of the resources we have behind us and the skills we got, what we can do, we're going to win. Right. And then afterwards, it's like, did we really want to do that? Was that really the right play? And she's like, not really, but I've already committed to it. If I went against her, it'd be over. I mean, like, that's how some people are. Right. Is that,
man? Because I remember
it's a ride or die mentality, right?
But oh man, I mean, I've had my same type of shares with that. You know what I'm saying? And it never turned out good. Is that something that we should really be like? You know what I'm saying? Teaching the people?
I mean, we're not teaching them that. I mean, but it happens sometimes. I mean, like the average person.
I know people who are taught that.
See,